so many of your songs are written about your family.
Mm-hmm.
Do you go through a bit of angst sometime and sometimes in trying to recreate those memories?
Yeah, I think we all are always thinking about where we came from and what made us who we are, those forces. And so if you sit down and consider that, family's going to come up in your head. Lots of relationships will, but the key is, and the thing I strive for then, is not to make it ultra personal, but to make it more relatable to everyone who's been through a similar thing or have had similar feelings associated with different experiences. Try to make it universal.
Right.
So we all use the personal to make it universal.
Right.
Yeah, try to. That's the goal.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
And what do you have for us? You have a new CD.
I do.
And it's fantastic.
Thank you.
And so was the CD before that.
Thank you very much.
You're on a roll, man.
Well, I get better at the technical aspects every time.
You have a great recorder.
Oh, yeah.
Michael Asalius, for
Absolutely.
one thing.
Yes.
He really adds a lot. And you've had some tremendous musicians with you.
Yes. Yeah. My songs are simple little songs, and these people that I work with are amazing musicians who make them come to life. I'm very fortunate to have so many friends who are so talented.
And your daughter, this last CD, she did the artwork and sang.
Sang a little bit on this one, yes.
All right.
I wish I could get her to sing more. She has a beautiful voice.
She sure does.
Yes. It's just, she's busy doing other things right now. That's all right.
That happens when you're young.
They're very busy.
All right, Tim. Let's do some music.
Want to do a live one? I'll do a live cut off the track.
Sounds great.
Live track off the CD.
Sure.
Let's try that.
All right.
All right. This is a song on there called One of These Days. Zuckerberg's living in my phone. Sticks and stones gonna break my bones. I wish they'd just leave us alone. Push that needle and your thread. Looks like there's trouble up ahead. But you all's what's scaring me instead. 'Cause one of these days you're gonna go too far. One of these days you're gonna push too hard. One of these days it'll be too late. You'll reap the whirlwind that you make. One of these days. It's hard to stir and slow to rise, with dreams all hollowed outside, and it's later than you realize. There ain't no hope for folks like us. We ain't got nothing left to trust. Ah, shut your mouth, don't make a fuss. But one of these days you're gonna go too far. One of these days you're gonna push too hard. One of these days, and you can bet you ain't seen nothing yet. One of these days. My heart's all singed around the edge. We got disagreement but no respect. So you be the gears and I'll be the wrench. But one of these days you're gonna go too far. One of these days you're gonna push too hard. One of these days, once it begins, there'll be no going back again. One of these days. Oh.
Very good, Tim. Do you ever see yourself slowing down?
Yeah, I think maybe I could see that just over the horizon. I don't know. Hopefully not too much.
Yeah.
That's how you get older, I guess. That's how you get older.
Well, that's how you keep going. You keep going, and it's all about motion.
Yeah.
It's all about
Don't let it catch up with you.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And don't look back because something might be gaining on you. I think somebody said that before we
Yep.
did, but good stuff.
Right on. Yep. I like to make hay when the sun's shining, so to speak.
Right.
I've been back in music for about a dozen years now, maybe 10. It just kind of depends where you start. And once you get something moving ahead, you're loath to stop, to slow it down because you work so hard to get it there that you don't want it to go away.
Were you really out of music for a while?
Pretty much. I mean, I grew up playing. I started my first band when I was like 12, and we played all through high school, and I played in college bands, and I played in some country rock bands and stuff in the 80s. And
I hope you have pictures of all that.
there are a few.
Right.
Yeah, they're hilarious. And
of course.
and then I got married and had a family, and then that's what I did. That takes a lot of that'll take all your time, and that was fine with me. That was a happy choice for me to make. I'm perfectly happy to do that. But then they grow up, and things change, and you find yourself looking for something to fill. Well, you're always pulled in that direction. I always played guitar around the house, but
So are you writing more songs now than ever?
It comes and goes. Just lately, because of circumstance, I haven't sat down to write too much. Although this morning I was kind of thinking about an idea for a song. I haven't worked on it yet, but sometimes that's where it starts. Just an idea.
Sure.
So,
and unexpected sometimes.
yeah,
too.
right.
Yeah.
And I just finished that CD, so I took a little breather. That was several nights a week for months at a time. I was doing that, so it's good to reach a goal and then to let it go for a little bit, recharge.
Sure.
But
I've never known you to let things go for very long because you seem to keep going and going and going and going.
Yeah. Well, it's just something that, and everyone who plays music, like this, they all understand it. It's just something you have to do. You're going to do it one way or another. So,
where did the idea or the myth that musicians were lazy come from? Because, man, I see musicians every week in here, and I have for years. And you talk about hard-working people.
The successful ones
they bust.
Yeah, talent isn't enough.
No,
talent isn't even that rare. I mean, if you go to some place like Nashville, or even around here,
right?
There's so many talented people. It's really who's willing to work.
And talent is the same thing as hard work. I mean, you don't get talent unless you work hard.
Right. If you have just talent, if you don't develop it, it's just going to be latent. But I definitely try not to let anyone outwork me, at least. Make
so
the most
far you're doing
of what I have.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Not much, but I try to make the most out of it. That's for
You've
sure.
got a big lead on a lot of people, let me tell you. All right, what do you have next, Tim?
Oh, I guess we could do another song off that record. since they're the newer ones. This one is called Black Raspberry Briars. I think this got played on the station a week or so before the album got released.
Right.
And that was fine.
Mr. McDaniel has the inside track.
he's got sources. But yeah, we'll just play that one now. It's early morning, early June, the summer is arriving soon. As I remember you, my love, is what I said and what I meant. I'm drunk again and my money's spent, but I will not forget my love. Well, you were just a kid of 9 years old, and the Yellow Creek is where we'd go. And you would lead the way, my love. We'd walk and talk, and chew and pick, and I ate so many that I got sick. But you had found the way, my love. And now I feel the part of me that's dead, another part that's not. And I'm afraid if I start crying now, I'll never stop. Well, I've been through the ringer, boys, I've walked right through the fire. But nothing here can bring me tears like black raspberry briars. It's a memory now that only lives inside an old man's heart. And I'm afraid if I stop crying now, I'll never start. When I'd get tangled up below, you'd simply climb up higher. You were free and clear above the black raspberry briars. Good intentions don't seem to care when trouble finds you everywhere. So I will pray for you, my love. 'Cause growing up and growing old and making plans just to watch unfold, but I will pray for you, my love. May will bring the bees and flowers, and June will bring the heat. Till the bushes bear a fruit that's rare and always bittersweet. And I wish I could keep thoughts of you all wrapped up in barbed wire. Nothing here can bring me tears like black raspberry briars. Nothing else can cut so deep as black raspberry briars.
Poetry.
There you go. Well, thank you.
It's probably one of the greatest songs I've ever heard about blackberries.
No, we have a lot of those.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're fortunate.
Yeah. They grow everywhere.
Yes. We're lucky to have that.
Yeah.
Tim, what else do you have for us, bud?
Oh, well, let's see. Off that record, I'm trying to think of the songs. You know, the one thing about that record is it's a little harder rocking than some of the ones I've done before. And so I'm sitting in here in the studio. There's a few I can do, and there's a few I can't do. So maybe you'll get to play another track off it at some point. But I'll do I'll do the very first song on the record.
Okay.
And the record's called "Trouble's Coming." And so this song is called "Hard Times and Trouble." You know I don't believe what I read anymore. Seems like everybody's trying just to settle the score. I just buy a little extra at the grocery store. Check the guns in the cabinet and the locks on the door. Well, every day a little further out of hand. Even Mama told me, son, I've never seen it this bad. But with the little ones around, you gotta have a plan. Hope it never comes around to have to take a stand. 'Cause all the things that we hold dear are all the same things that they fear. And I don't like the way this looks or how it feels. Let me tell you, hard times are coming down. Oh, and trouble's never too far behind whenever they come to town. You better find your faith and courage down at the Lost and Found. Yeah, you know that hard times and trouble are coming down. Well, I've never been the type who bows to kings and queens. Oh, and my neighbor thinks the trouble's only in my dreams. Yeah, I know he thinks I'm crazy 'cause I think these things. It's like we're living in two separate realities. 'Cause it's all there, plain to see. They don't care about you or me. It's gonna get a whole lot worse before it's better. Let me tell you, hard times are coming down. Oh, and trouble's never too far behind whenever they come to town. It might all go way too far, or it might turn around. But you know that hard times and trouble are coming down. Let me tell you, hard times are coming down. Oh, and trouble's never too far behind whenever they come to town. It might all get a whole lot worse, or it might settle down. But you know that hard times and trouble are coming down. Yeah, you know that hard times and trouble are coming down.
Outstanding.
Thank you, sir. I was obviously very optimistic that day when I wrote that. I don't know what wrong with me that day, but that one came out. So
Made a good song. That's the important part.